Let's go over the daily life in ancient Greece test review questions. So number 1 says, how do the subheadings in this selection help you to organize a summary of the selection? And I gave you this hint, think of your step up to writing notes. So the subheadings are, for example, on page 156 in your textbook, the subheading is at home. And then if we go to 158, they have a subheading of fun and games. On page 160, they have the subheading education and training. And then on 162, it has the subheading farmers, traders, and craftsmen. On 164, it has the subheading of religion. So how do these subheadings help you organize a summary of the selection? Well, when we talk about our step up to writing notes, we talked about how these different subheadings in our science book, our social studies book, and in many nonfiction texts like the one we're reading this week, they use subheadings to help us organize our key ideas or our main ideas as we go through to make our step up to writing notes. So again, the subheadings in this selection help us organize what the key points are that are going to be discussed in the selection. Okay, number 2, compare and contrast life in Athens with life in Sparta. How was it the same, and in what ways was it different? Use examples from the text. Well, let's see. I believe there was a good example of it in education and training. Yes. Yeah, you can see on page 161, that first paragraph on page 161 talks about education in Athens. And then the second paragraph, the first sentence says Spartan education was much different. So that would be an example. Rereading those two paragraphs on page 161 would give you one example of how they are different. But remember, you also need to find some examples, and it doesn't have to be under the same subheading of education and training. But you need to find some other examples where life in Athens and Sparta was similar as well. All right, number 3, summarize the most important information in daily life in ancient Greece in outline form. So again, we're thinking of our step up to writing notes. So you're going to start with at home. That's going to be your first subheading. Then you're going to come down, and I'm going to use bullet points. And so think of these bullet points as your supporting details or the brief descriptions of what life was like at home. Okay. Then when so let me put that back. Here, let me move my screen. Let's see if I can move it up. Yeah. I'm going to move this up a little bit while you're watching. So right up here, this is where you can get your bullet points. And then you can start typing, hit enter, you get another bullet point. Once you're done with your bullet points, just hit backspace, it deletes that bullet point, and now you're ready for your next subheading. And the next subheading would be fun and games. Okay, so this is outline form though, where you have a subheading and then some details or facts, some details or facts about that subheading. So you're going to want to do this for each subheading in the text. All right, thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next video. Hopefully this was helpful.